AI. Crossover like AI. It's like, nah, let me stop. Alright, today we're doing chest and shoulders. Now, last video I had said we was aggressively progressive overloading, right? Which basically means we would take our weight that we would usually do for our top set, which in this example is 185, right, on incline. We would usually do this weight as a top set for one set, right? But progressive overload is basically when we will take this weight, we'll go into the gym, warm up, and then we'll jump straight into this weight for 3 sets. It doesn't really matter how many reps we get, you know what I'm saying? We usually stay between 5 to 7 because we're strength training, right? But when we're doing this, it doesn't really matter how much reps we get. We're really just doing it to get used to the weight, you know what I'm saying? One of the main things of strength training is obviously making the heavy weight look light, you know what I'm saying? So in order to do that, you have to get used to the weight, and getting used to the weight is doing it for X amount of sets. So that's basically what we are doing with some of these exercises, like weighted dips, for example, or incline Smith machine, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. Certain exercises we are progressive overloading, you know what I'm saying? So today we got 4 reps, which is a new rep PR that we got with this weight. We used to, I think last time we recorded that weight, we was doing only like 2 reps or something like that, right? So we went up to 2 reps, and I don't even know if I should stay at 185, right? Because we had got 4 reps on our first set. Then our second set we got 3. Then our third set we got 2 reps. So it would be different if we did 3 sets and we got 4 reps consecutively, right? Versus every single set our reps went down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can do 185, but we can't do it consistently type shit. So I think we're just going to drop down to 175 and stay at that weight. I think that's the smartest thing to do. We can do either or, you know what I'm saying? We can stay at 185 and force it. Or we can stay at 175 and then, did I say 185 or 170? We can go to 185, right, and force it. But we can also drop it down to 175 and work our way up gradually. So it really just depends on what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think we're just going to go to 175. I think that's the smartest thing. Like I said, it would be different if we did 3 sets and we got 4 reps consistently, but we didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're going to stay at 175 and then work our way up gradually. Next exercise we did was this overhead press. I told y'all in a couple other videos that we're going to do this movement a lot more because honestly it's fun. The first set we did 125. I think we got like 7 reps for it. And then we jumped straight into 135, and low key I think we should have just stayed at 125 or 130, because we did 135 and I think we got like 4 reps or like 3 reps with that weight, and that's like decent. That's decent. Like, that's not bad. We could have kept doing that, right? But on a seated overhead press, specifically this movement, I think it's way better to like gradually go up than just do 10-pound jumps, 15-pound jumps, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's I wouldn't say it's not beneficial, but I just think it's better to gradually take your time with progressive overloading on that exercise. You know what I'm saying? Just with explosiveness, range of motion, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, mastering the weight, things of that nature. With this exercise specifically, I just think it's in my best interest to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say we won't do 135 or 140 for a top set, but I think next time we do overhead press, we're just going to start at 130. You know what I'm saying? Because we got 125 for 8 reps. And then our PR for 135 is 4 reps. So 130 sounds like the sweet spot to me. I'm not going to lie. So I think next time we do overhead press, we're just going to start at 130. Then we did these chest flies. We've only been doing these chest flies for like 3 weeks, I think. Same thing with the overhead press. because my chest tends to cave in on these exercise, or on this exercise specifically. My chest tends to cave in, and that's not the form that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep my shoulders retracted on this chest fly exercise, and just squeeze your chest. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when my chest caves in, or it feels like my form is like I'm almost like curling up. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're at like 200 or 205 pounds, right? And we can do that for like 8 reps, but I think we're just gonna stay at that weight. You know what I'm saying? Because towards the end of the sets, with 200, 205, our chest tends to cave in. So, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to keep the form as clean as possible, especially with that exercise. Plus, you don't really need to even go that heavy with a chest fly. The contraction is so crazy. There's no need to go super duper heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We don't even need to, you know what I'm saying, full stack it, or like be in a rush to progressive overload on the chest fly. You know what I'm saying? You could get a crazy contraction with 120 pounds if we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to stay at 200, 205, stay around there, master that weight, and then we'll move up gradually with that too. But the weight is going up on the exercise as well. Then we did these lateral raises for the finisher. We've been doing 30 pounds for months, my nigga. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think it's time to move to 35s. I really want to, but as you can see, we're not able to do the same amount of reps consistently. You know what I'm saying? For multiple sets. You know what I'm saying? We got like one good set in us, and then like the second set, the reps just go down and down and down and down and down and down. You know what I'm saying? So, we could either
crossover like AI.
aggressively progressive overload 35s, right? Or we could just stay at the 30s. But I don't know. I think it's time to just go to the 35s, bro, because we can do the 30s for like 12 reps. I swear to gosh. 12 reps, 13 reps. Like, we could, bro, the 30s is damn near air. So our form, damn, the audio cut out. But I was saying our form might look trash, but it's like we're, you know what I'm saying? If we can do the 30s for 12 reps, I mean, it's time to do the 35s, gang. Like, it doesn't matter if we get 5 reps, 6 reps, 7. It doesn't really matter. I think it's time to do the 35s, you know what I'm saying? And just get the form better. Because the reason we don't do 35s is because I'm just not the biggest fan of our form with the 35s. I don't know. I think we'd be overthinking it with the lateral raises, because any other exercise we would just progressive overload, but like with the lateral raises, it's like I be procrastinating about that shit. I don't know why, but because I be wanting to keep the form super clean with the lateral raises. I don't like to, you know what I'm saying? Those are one of the exercises where, nigga, it's hard to progressive overload on this fucking exercise. I don't know, but I think it's time to do the 35s with the lateral raises. But next video, this workout was actually peak. I'm not gonna lie. This chest and shoulders workout was absolutely peak. I'm not gonna lie. This shit was absolutely banger. But next workout, we should be doing back. We're doing back, or maybe we might do legs. I don't know. I think it should be back though. It should be back, low key. But yeah, next video should be back. This was a WS lift, and you feel me? Instagram, TikTok, all that shit in the description. And you feel me? I'm gonna catch y'all in the next vid.